Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Damron. We're playing the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy. We've been making our way, getting all the platinum relics, all the gems, and everything to help you get all the achievements and 100% in this game. We're on the 21st mission in Crash Bandicoot 2, Piston It Away. As always, we're going to start with the platinum relic run, which is 1 minute 16.03 seconds. In my opinion, this is one of the harder missions in the game, just because it's a lot of challenging parts. As always, make sure you have the speed shoes for beating the original portion of the game before kind of going for these relics. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and watch a platinum run, and then we'll break it down.
What do we got?
Alright, so you can see we clocked in at 1 minute 14.3 seconds, which is, 2 seconds or so leeway to try to get us this platinum relic. So it's one of the more challenging ones. So what the thing you notice is probably that I waited here just for a second, just before I started the mission. And that's really to kind of get all of the enemies and all the pistons kind of in the best place possible as we make our way through this mission. So right before you get the clock, just wait for like a second or so and then go. Now what makes this mission challenging is a lot of these things that can kind of trip you up, like right there. So again, I've told you really need to master that jump spin, the slide jump spin, where you slide, jump, and immediately spin to get you that extra height. But that part, you need to kind of just land on the very tiptoes so you don't run into these robot creatures that will shock you if you run into them. So as we're making our way through, you'll notice there's a lot of portions where you can't really go fast. You just kind of have to wait for the piston to move. And in those sections, you kind of need to be ready to roll, because the robots and things, all the timing of where they are is pretty critical. And that to me is what makes this mission hard, is that you want all the robots to be in their right position, right? So these guys, when they have their tentacles up, you need to slide into them, not slide spin, just make sure you slide into them. And then when they have their tentacles down, you're gonna have to jump on them. So you kind of have to remember, okay, as I'm coming to this area, I should be sliding. As I come to this area, I should be jumping. And that's really what makes this mission challenging. So as I slow it down, just kind of look at what I'm doing, watch at where I'm, staying, and kind of try to do the same thing, right? So right here, for instance, I just slide jump all those arrows. I don't have to worry about that plasma thing kind of shooting me. This area here, again, you kind of want to be jumping at those shield guys right as they're pushing forward. So he pushes forward, jump, and I land, he's kind of pulling back, and now I can spin into him to knock him off. If you jump at him while he's pulling back, as soon as you land, he's going to push you off. So that's another thing that's all about timing. You got to make sure you're doing it right. So here we go. He pushes forward, I'm going to go ahead and run in and get that spin. If he's pulling back, then he's going to push you instead. So you need to be careful with those. Another part here, right, as soon as I land on that plasma shot, I'm immediately sliding into that robot. So all of this level is timing the robots, knowing which ones are up and which ones are down, because if you're waiting a second to say, okay, let me wait and see what he does without having that knowledge first, you're not going to get the platinum time. So you kind of really need to know how everything's going to be. It's going to take some trial and error of you moving through the mission and kind of memorizing where am I jumping and where am I sliding. Those are the main things with getting the platinum relic in Piston It Away. So that's it for that. So now we need to grab our gems. There's actually 2 gems in Piston Away. One for grabbing all of the boxes, which there's 69 boxes in Piston Away, but there's also a death route in this. And in this particular mission, the death route is required to get all the boxes. You're not going to be able to get all the boxes unless you do the death route. What that means is we cannot die before getting to the death route. So that's very important in our box run in this particular mission. If you die, just go ahead and restart because it's not going to let you do the death route. All right, so right here I started with a kind of level 2 mask, so I'm kind of waiting for that to dissipate because if you get to this section, that mask will blow up that arrow box and you won't be able to jump up and get the boxes above it. That's one of the areas where most people are going to miss their boxes right there. So make sure you kind of just hang out and then hit the arrow box so you can get all the boxes that are above it. So as we're making our way, now that you've done your platinum run, you've probably mastered all these robot sections. This should be no problem for you. So just kind of make your way through here, and we're just progressing on, and you'll actually see a section up here where the death route comes, and we're going to go past that, okay? Because, and again, all of this is required if you're going to get the box, all the all the 69 boxes in this mission. Okay, so keep going along here. We're kind of progressing through. We're going to go past these robots, get us another invincibility mask, which makes it so here's our death route, right? We're going past that. Okay, so the death route was right there. You saw it on that platform with the skull on it. And we have to go past that because the death route's going to take us to the end of the mission. There's also a bonus area there that we're also going to go past. And the reason is we need to grab all the boxes in the area that I'm in now so that we don't have to backtrack after the death route, which is kind of a difficult backtrack to do. I think it's much easier to go ahead and go forward up to this point right here where all those 8 nitro boxes, and then there's that checkpoint. Once you get that checkpoint, now we're going to make our way back. Okay, so go past the death route, past the bonus route, and get to that checkpoint. And again, one of the reasons I'm saying just go past the bonus area too is because we don't want to mess around with dying in this section after we did the bonus area, and then you've got to deal with starting the mission over because you can't do the death route. So now that we've got that checkpoint, we go into the bonus area. The bonus area is kind of a tricky one because of these nitro boxes. Hopefully you have a few masks, or you can get an invincibility mask when you're down here, which is what I'm going to get right here, or what I should have got, but I guess I didn't. Usually I do. What you want to do is grab that extra mask. I would have had invincibility, but for some reason I just ran into the nitro boxes. Anyway, so now that we've gone all the way to the end of the bonus section, you're going to hit that exclamation mark and you have to make your way back. Okay, and when you make your way back, there's some boxes that were invisible. There's 3 of those. So we do need to make our way all the way back in order to get these boxes. And again, if you had that invincibility mask, it would have been a little easier because I could have just destroyed those nitro boxes and made my way. But again, we can't die, all right? So we need to be safe here. We're going to get to this part. We jump over the nitro boxes, and now we're going to make our final jump and be done with the bonus section. And again, it says 20 to 24, but keep in mind some of those are those nitro boxes. We'll get those later. Again, also your boxes may not align. Mine says 42 of 69. Yours may not be that. Again, you saw me just run into a few nitro boxes, so that may be the difference. Don't worry about the exact box total of what I have above. Just make sure you're getting all the boxes that I show you. And now that we've got the checkpoint box way forward, we did the bonus section, now we can make our way to the death route. Now, what I'm going to tell you about the death route is that you have to start the death route before dying. So you could not have died before getting into the death route. However, you can die in the death route and it'll take you back to your checkpoint and the death route will still be available. So don't worry if you die here, because this is a pretty tricky death route. That's why they call it the death route, but it is a kind of tricky one. And there's several boxes in this area, but also most of the boxes are going to be nitro boxes. But see right here, there's a checkpoint. So you have to do this death route in order to get all 69 boxes. So we're making our way, and if you die, the only thing that I'll tell you, if you die in the death route, you're going to spawn at the checkpoint that we did, right? Which is probably going to be the bonus area, which is why I told you to do the bonus area second. Okay, so you'll spawn closer to the death route, because if you die going from your checkpoint to the death route, then the death route will no longer be available. So again, you can die in the death route, but you cannot die outside of it. Nonetheless, at the end of the death route, it's going to take you to the end of the mission where our nitro box is, so we can hit that to explode all the nitro boxes that we left behind, which should get you to 69 of 69, and you're going to have 2 more clear gems off the board in Piston It Away. I love the name of that mission as well. But we have 2 more clear relics off the way. We got another clear gems out of the way, and another platinum relic out of the way. So we're moving on. We are kind of blasting through. We're getting near the end of Crash Bandicoot 2 in our Insane Trilogy 100% playthrough. I hope you're enjoying it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next mission.